How about now?
Can you hear us now?
Is this thing on? Can you hear us now, Mari? Thank you for that. Good thing I didn't launch into my list of sponsors.
Right.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. Anybody, can you hear us?
I know, right? She just texted me, so I'm assuming that she still can't hear us.
Oh, boy. Okay, Nat Lyons says yes. Thank you, Nat.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we're here.
Okay,
and,
now we're ready to go. We'll talk about the weather again later.
Well, no, you just said that your car was frosted over this morning.
Yeah, the windshield was frosted over, but that was like at 20 after 6 or something. So it may be different now at this time. But
I don't think it's much warmer at this point in the day.
no, maybe not. But it's going to be 50 this afternoon.
Woohoo! We're almost there.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I'm going to be gone for the day. What am I wearing today? Am I wearing a sweater and putting up with the chill? Am I taking a coat that's going to be a pain in the neck later?
You know it's layers. It's spring on Cape Cod. You don't know what the hell you're in for.
That's true.
Just like yesterday, and I have to, before I launch into all of our wonderful sponsors that we have here at Lemonadio, I need to take aside a minute where the Bourne Police warned you and said, look, there is going to be bridge problems and it is going to be reduced from now until Memorial Day weekend. That's a long stretch of time, friends. And so without a doubt, there's everyone on fire mad yesterday.
Yes.
Waiting for 86 minutes at the bridge. People were taking the photos. People were complaining, taking to social media. Nobody said anything about this. They did.
They did over and over again. Even the Boston TV news stations were talking about it. You had to be living under a rock, folks, to not know.
So with that, I'm sorry you were frustrated. Pack yourself some snacks, pack yourself some patience, and head towards those bridges. And if you don't have to go for a doctor's appointment or whatever it is, I feel bad for the people that have to commute every single day to their job. Like that is truly awful. And I'm so sorry.
And of course, the nice thing that the Bourne Police did was they've made arrangements to make it easier to go through the Cape Cod Tunnel.
Oh, wonderful. Right on through, everyone.
Yep, right on through. And the catapult. Apparently, they have a catapult as well.
Perfect.
That you can use. It was in the statement from the police department.
Was that where it was?
Yes.
Just right at the Dunkin' Donuts is the catapult line?
Yes. No, seriously. The statement that the police put out about the traffic backup then talked about the catapult and the Cape Cod Tunnel.
Perfect. Nat said his car was still frustrated.
Okay.
Good morning.
No, frosted.
Frosted.
Not frustrated.
No, I'm frustrated.
He's frustrated because the car is frosted.
So I got to thank NBR Landscaping. If you're looking at yard cleanups or limbs that are downed from any weird weather that we have had, definitely give them a call. Go talk to Bruno, 508-280-0605. Online, nbrlandscaping.com. I got to give a big shout out. Support for this radio station comes from We Can, empowering Cape women of all ages and backgrounds to improve their lives through mentoring, education, networking, and support. You can celebrate their new location, just opened in Hyannis. They're having a huge open house, which is coming up on March 29th. And if you want event or contact information for We Can, you're struggling, wecancenter.org is their website too, whether it's legal help or they've got seminars all the time and just bettering yourself, which is a fantastic organization. So thank you for We Can. Also, I want to say, go and test drive Cape and Islands Kia. Tell them Stephanie Viva sent you. I'm so super happy with my little guy. I can't tell you the amount of driving I have done over the last 3 days, Hank, and the amount of gas money I have saved because that thing gets like 50 miles to the gallon. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
And if you'll notice, the gas prices are creeping up again.
Yeah. Well, it's getting to be summertime.
It's annoying.
On the Cape.
Well, if we're going to be sitting there idling on bridges, it needs to be a little cheaper. There's got to be a give somewhere.
That's right. That's right.
Caitlin, how is your, Kate, is the bus going? How is the bus? She is refinishing a fabulous old bus.
And to do what?
Just to take road trips with her family on it. But they're trying to stay true to the way they dug it out of the woods in some place while on vacation
like an
in
old
New
school
Jersey.
Bus or something?
Yes. Wow. Well, it's an actual bus that used to be a commuter bus in New Jersey.
Okay.
And so there are people that actually
Commuter
remember
bus in
this
New
bus.
Jersey that's buried in the woods.
There was a band that used it as their
okay.
travel because it's really cool and retro.
Okay.
And so her husband and her partner and his dad they work in Orleans doing exactly that. But this is definitely a giant project that they've taken
She doesn't
on.
have to worry about finding someone who's been missing for 25 years in the back of the bus.
But I saw when they ripped out some of the paneling in there weren't people in there, but there were lots of families of mice. I'll tell you that right now.
I bet. So now there are homeless mice?
Right, there's lots of homeless mice.
Oh my God, let's organize a protest. Save the homeless mice. Give the homeless mice a home. You terrible person. You took the mouse's home away from them.
Hey, I just saw a survey and I was talking about it on the air, and you can always listen to us at 1180.com. We'll break occasionally to go on over there and do some radio breaks.
When we remember, of course.
Yeah, right. When we do our best, when we're not involved in a deep conversation.
Yes.
Deep Thoughts by Hank and Stephanie.
Deep thoughts.
59% of people said that they found Easter to be stressful. I feel like it's the easiest of the holidays. Slap a ham in the oven and throw some chocolate in the yard. Like, really, what's so stressful about it?
Well, it depends on Cousin Erin is on this morning. Hi, Cousin Erin.
Hi.
She missed us last week. Test. I think it depends on the number of people you have over.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we used to
Entertaining is a chore.
We used to do Easter back when everybody was around, and we had 30, 35 people at our house. And then we kind of got out of it, and I'm not quite sure why we stopped doing Easter. But now we're back to doing Easter again, but we're at our condo. And
That's nice.
When we've got a much smaller crowd.
Less space.
Yeah.
Make it nice and small. That's good.
Right. Yeah.
We started even going to a restaurant every once in a while because I'm like, don't stress out about it. Go somewhere. Let's do brunch elsewhere.
Right. Oh, Easter brunch is cool. We did that a couple of times too.
I did that growing up. My Nana we would always go to Highland Country Club in Attleboro. Ooh. I know, it was the fancy Easter brunch where we'd wear the ill-fitting shoes and the itchy tights and the terrible hats.
Right.
And yeah, it was.
And the boys would wear shirts and ties.
Yeah, exactly. For 5 seconds until it was like play in the yard time.
You'd wear it to church. Mm-hmm. You'd go to brunch.
Yep.
You'd go home, hang it in the closet. Never wear it again.
Oh, see, we didn't. Mine was grass stained and in the trash by the end of the day. I'm like, that's it. No time for changing. That's it. Covered in grass and mud. That's what I'm doing. I was one of those girls. Definitely a Tom girl. So good morning. Caitlin said the bus is making big strides. Good morning, Serafina. Hey, Miss Eva. Thank you so much. You should have seen Miss Eva's hair yesterday. It was long and flowing. I heard she had extensions in, but it looked really good.
I was going to say, the Eva I know doesn't have long and flowing hair.
It was long and luscious. Give me the link to that. I want to all of a sudden just have long hair one day and see what people say.
Long, flowing blonde hair.
I would definitely never be a blonde.
Never be blind. What's
I
wrong
think
with
I
being
tried
a
that
blonde?
one time and it just looked weird.
Oh.
I don't have the eyebrows for that, Hank.
The eyebrows. We're going to get your eyebrows fixed anyway, so, I mean, just do the whole deal.
That's true. All right, so Erin, I have a kid who is allergic to everything, so I wish that I could just as easy as throwing chocolate in the yard. All right, maybe gummies. What about Twizzlers? I'm so sorry that you have that.
Is it the yard or the chocolate, Erin, or is it both?
Yeah, so our question of the day that I posted on Stephanie in the Morning is, what could you give a conversation about? What could you give a talk about right now for 30 minutes unprepared?
Well, we do.
I'm like, wait a minute, I do that for a living. So.
Yeah, we're doing this right now. We're kind of unprepared, and we got some topics here, and we're just just winging it.
Mine's my family. Mine is
too.
I really could write a whole mini series. Like, this is Dynasty to the next level, what's going on right now. Just because my sister is fabulous and I absolutely love her. She might be watching this YouTube live right now because she's definitely found herself on YouTube and has been communicating with me there. But she definitely has one of those, just like, if I'm thinking about it, it's going to come out of my mouth, and now I'm texting it. And so now she talks to text. So I never know where in the conversation I'm at whenever I get them. And I told you last week I had over 100 text messages by the time I ended our live show. And I was like, I don't even know where to jump in. And I can't even like put the thumbs up emoji because I feel like that's kind of like a whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know exactly how to entertain this one or feel this one sometimes. I think she just likes knowing that I'm there.
Oh, okay.
The stream of consciousness
Right.
text.
The safety of knowing.
Yeah.
Big sister? Are you the big
I'm
sister?
the oldest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So I tend to be the one that everybody comes to, including my mother for advice, which is just bizarre.
Right.
I'm
Well,
like, I don't know.
Mom's a whole soap opera in herself.
She really is. She truly is. Although she did help me. I got a Nana box, as my kids call them.
Oh.
My mother likes to mail stuff that she finds from around the house because she just feels like I should have it.
Oh.
And sometimes it's like stuff from my childhood, and sometimes it's stuff that she got at the dollar store. We don't know. It's always a surprise. It's a Nana box. So the Nana box came, and it was inspired by my visits to the nursing home or the elder living facility that I visit.
Right.
And it was all kinds of like little fun trinkets and socks
cool.
and fans and face masks and jade rollers. And just, I think she went to the dollar store specifically for this task of finding me stuff to give as prizes.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I know. So it was thoughtful. And I know my favorite ladies are going to really enjoy it. We went on St. Patrick's Day and we did their party.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell crazy Grandma Betty stories for 30 minutes. I love your Grandma Betty stories, Serafina. She posts them on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Every time she'll visit, she'll give the dialogue of it. Good morning, Sue. I miss your face. I see you've been doing a lot of photography. She takes amazing dog photos, like portraits of your pet for
Really?
like just absolutely. If you treat your pet like a person, get in touch with Sue. She will absolutely capture the essence of your best favorite person.
Did you see
is
the
a
story
dog.
up in Boston that someone stole a dog from a pet sitter?
I'm not surprised by that. That happens all the time.
And the woman who was the owner absolutely freaked out. Obviously, it made the news in
It's
Boston.
your baby.
And they found the dog wandering around in a completely different part of the city, and it was reunited with its owner.
Well, that's a good news story, but I mean, that's scary. I mean, Lady Gaga's dogs were stolen. Britney's
Right.
dogs have been stolen. Ariana Grande's dogs have been stolen. The number one dog right now is a French bulldog, and the going cost for one of those is like $3,000 to $5,000.
Oh yeah,
Like, that's business. It's like 101 Dalmatians, Cruella stuff.
right. I don't think there was anything special about this dog. I think it was somebody.
It was just a good dog and somebody wanted it.
Just being a jerk. If I remember the story, the dog sitter had wrapped a leash around a light pole or something, and had gone in to get another dog, and came out, and this dog was gone. I mean, it was a cute little thing, and somebody's little older woman, so she's
Aw.
somebody's little baby.
You're stealing
and-
old lady's best friend.
yeah.
Horrible people out there. How was your Patty's Day? What'd you do?
What did we do on St. Patrick's Day?
I didn't even have corned beef and cabbage.
Oh, we did. Oh.
I don't even know who I am.
Oh,
Am I
Mari.
even Irish?
Mari makes the best Irish bread.
Irish soda bread? Are we bragging about soda bread?
Yes.
All right, this is the first here. You have heard it first. Hank is bragging about Mari's Irish soda bread.
It's great. I mean, I love Irish soda bread. Always have. I know that puts me in a minority.
It is. I like that. It does put you in a minority.
But she makes the best Irish soda bread. She doesn't put raisins in it, which apparently makes it better. Although
Yeah.
I love the raisins in it. But she makes it herself.
I just don't dig raisins. I feel like they're just sad. Like you could have made wine with them and you chose to dehydrate these things. Now they're sad. Although I do like cranberries in the same form, which is weird.
Which is weird.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's
Sue
weird.
says there's a complimentary photo session at Agway and Dennis, and that's happening Saturday, 11 and 2, customer appreciation event. So bring your pups and get some photos with Sue. That's awesome.
Hey, that's
I
really
like
neat.
that. So yeah, Patty's Day was super busy. I started my day with a live broadcast over at
Okay.
The Voyage.
Okay. The picture that you showed.
Yeah.
Were those legit the two priests?
Yes. Those were the two priests there that day.
And they're really priests. They're not two guys dressed up as
No, they were two actual priests, and they're different every single year. I think the couple across is always the same, but they host priests. And the one
Okay.
that had been coming past and then the
sorry.
other one got reassigned. So these are new. Like it's nice to see younger priests.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, are these
Right?
guys just dressed up in priest outfits
No.
because they were really young?
Yeah, they're younger, but I think it's like maybe the lure of now that they're almost allowed to marry.
Yeah.
That's the conversation. And I mean, we are living over 40 years, so I feel as if that they should have been allowed to marry a
Right.
long time ago.
Oh, I think it's coming.
Yeah. So
I think it's
the
coming.
Pope is having that conversation.
Yep.
I'd rather drink them. Exactly. Thank you, Mari. I would rather drink raisins as well. I feel like they're just a waste. It makes me sad inside.
They're a little big to swallow, though, if you drink them right.
Not those ones.
Oh, not those ones. Okay.
So yeah, two priests walked into a bar. It made my day. It was like the first happening over at the Voyage, which we got a good laugh at. And I said, "Can I get a selfie with you?" And he was like, "Well, what are you gonna? You're gonna have to pay me for that." I said, "How about I buy your breakfast, Padre?" So that's how it happened. They were very, very nice and cordial. And then we ended up going to entertain at the nursing home.
Right.
So it
Oh,
was,
that must have been fun because
it
older
was.
people, I'm going to make a broad generalization here. Older people love like St. Patrick's Day.
I had so much fun. The place was packed. Lily dressed up like a leprechaun, so they really enjoyed that. I brought all of my musical instruments. I brought the cowbell. I brought like the Irish drum. We have another snare drum. We've got
Irish
a
drum?
triangle.
What's an
yeah,
Irish
it's
drum?
like I'll show you what it looks like, but it's basically like cowhide in a big thing,
Okay.
and it's got a little stick thing. Anyway, I brought instruments for everybody. There was a tambourine, and we had some maracas, and there was one couple at every table. And we played the Black Velvet Band, and I made them. They were my Black Velvet Band,
Yep.
and they were just making noise and hooting and hollering.
Yep.
We had an Irish blessing. We did a toast. We sang.
Oh,
it
that's
was
great.
it was really fun.
That's great.
They're still talking about
Yep.
it, so
Yep.
I'm really glad that we had that much fun. When my daughter was like, "I'm exhausted," those old people partied me out.
Those old people have a lot of experience partying.
But they did towards the end of it, though. There was one guy, and he was really sweet. And it made my heart, like I had tears in my eyes, where he stopped before everybody was getting wheeled out of there
Yeah.
or walked out of there with their aides. And he's like, "I just want you to know that I got up today to celebrate my wife, and she's buried right down the street. And I know she's mad as hell at me that I'm not there waiting for her. But he's like, I'm here to celebrate, and that's the reason why I got up today. So thank you for this." And I was
Wow.
like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
I just seriously, it was that moment where I was just like, I'm exactly where I need to be right now.
Yep.
It was super heartfelt.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw my posting on Facebook, but we were at the mall shortly before that, the Cape Cod Ukulele Club.
Oh, I did. I loved that.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't believe how many people were out there with ukuleles, and
I
they
know
were
it.
doing the Black Velvet Band.
I know it. And they sounded really, really good.
Yeah.
And
So good.
people were stopping, and there was a good size audience.
Thank you for
and-
sharing that. I really
And
did actually like that.
I never knew there was a Cape Cod. I don't play ukulele, so why would I know there's a Cape Cod Ukulele Club? But no, they had to be, what, 40 people?
There were a lot of people with ukuleles. I had some of my girlfriends at a prior radio station I worked at all play the ukulele, and they called themselves Don's Hose. And I
Tiny
loved it.
bubbles.
Yes, exactly. they would have their like little uke thing, and I really thought about joining them, but
Yep.
I never did.
You didn't want to be called a hope?
No, I would have loved to be part of Don's Hose. I just didn't have the patience to learn the ukulele at that
okay.
point in time. I still had little children.
Oh, all right.
And I was busy.
But I think playing the ukulele is a thing.
Yeah, it is. There's a couple of chords,
Yeah.
and it's pretty easy to pick up as far as an instrument goes.
Yeah.
Plus, it sounds good with pretty much anything.
Right. Every song sounds for those of you old enough to remember, every Don Host song
Right.
sounded the same.
Exactly.
Okay, here's something I don't get.
What?
Adam Sandler awarded prize for American humor,
Yeah.
the Mark Twain Prize.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that funny.
I think he's great. I think he was funnier when he was younger, or maybe it was because I was younger.
Okay.
I don't know which. And it is sophomoric, and it is
Yes.
juvenile, but it is also, I'm glad that he has maintained his just, I'm this funny dude. He went to the Tisch School. I actually saw his commencement. They had him speak there last year
Really.
at graduation. And it was really wonderful. His speech was like, go get him. I'm excited for you. And it was heartfelt. And I didn't think he had it in him. I really didn't think that he was actually that intelligent. And then I was like, he brought it all. It was almost like this wonderful stand-up, rah-rah, you're graduating and we need all of you, every one of you. And he went through the different jobs and the different schools and the different things. And it was just really a nice speech. I got sucked into it. Yeah. I don't know why.
Although I've read when he's made movies either in Boston or Rhode Island, that people have said he's a really nice guy.
He is.
Very approachable. He'd be in restaurants and he'd talk to people. And
he was here filming.
Yeah.
So my girlfriend had a cameo, and that's my boy.
Really?
And he's like, why are you doing what you're doing? You should be acting. Paid for her to get headshots. Paid for her for a couple of like acting things. Nothing other than he thought that she belonged doing other things.
Yeah.
And, it just didn't work out for her, and her own career got her in the way. But, I mean, I thought it was just so nice.
Right.
That he spent the time and money that he didn't have to. He didn't have to go into that, but he did.
Right. Now, Casey Affleck and Matt Damon are filming in the North End right now.
Yeah.
And they've taken over a bakery that has been open consistently 24 hours.
I know, Bova's.
Since like 1857.
I know. Bova's is good, though.
And it's the first time it's going to be ever closed. And they interviewed the owner, and he was really kind of, I hope my customers will understand.
They totally will.
Of course.
And that place is delicious. My cousin used to live probably, I don't even know, 800 yards from Bova's.
Yeah.
And that was our late night spot, whether it was sandwiches or cannolis or deli stuff. Bova's is delicious.
Yeah.
So I heard Casey Affleck's notoriously difficult to watch.
Oh, really?
And deal with.
Oh.
His mother is also watching us on live. So
oh, is she?
Good job, Mom. She lives in Truro.
Oh, okay. And then there's Ben.
Whatever. It is what it is.
Sorry, Mom, but Ben, J-Lo twice.
Hey, they're both talented. You know what? She's got 2 talented sons.
Right.
They're both a lot also. So
right. But J-Lo twice once wasn't enough.
Good morning, Junior. Junior is the one that's open morning, noon, and night. He's our Bova's of Cape Cod over at Captain's. And did I see that you're going to be making breakfast? I don't know if that is a new thing.
Everybody's doing breakfast now.
Well, no one's done breakfast for so long. It's frustrating.
Oh, I know.
I can't tell you a place that I really consistently love their breakfast. Breakfast is not my favorite meal, but I've not found one that consistently does it well enough to make me want to have breakfast all the time.
Mariana and I have started going to Laura's.
Okay. Yeah, I see you there.
Which is right around the corner here. And you're given 2 pieces of strawberry bread. It's like cornbread, only it's strawberry bread. And I think that's one of the reasons why she wants to go.
It's an addiction.
Because she loves the strawberry
bread.
And the French toast is really good too, but they make a really nice breakfast. There's new owners over there. Whoever, I don't know if Laura sold the business or whatever, but there are new owners. But the breakfast is really good. And it's close, so I would recommend it.
Right? It's right around the corner. Yeah. Oh, I like it. Brunch in the future, not breakfast.
Brunch.
And Hank and I have talked about it.
Yes, brunch.
We need a good brunch.
Yes.
So bring it. I'm so down for that.
Right. And our friend Mark, of course, is opening a breakfast place over in Attleboro.
Crazy.
In
Attleboro?
Oh, in Attleboro. I'm sorry.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Sandwich.
That's known as. I'm really excited for that because they're going to have like real Italian pastries and like nice coffee in the morning.
From one of the bakeries in
yes,
in
please.
Boston.
That way you'll save me a trip, whether it's Modern or the other one, and I don't have to wait in that line and I get it right there in Sandwich.
Right.
Yes.
Yep. Sandwich, not Attleboro.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, wait a minute.
Well, I was thinking Attleboro because we were talking before we went on that Bliss Brothers ice cream windows are open.
Yeah.
Bliss Brothers in Attleboro, where we're both from.
Yeah.
And their ice cream windows are open.
Which they never had that when I was there. That was the deli part.
I don't remember it. Thank you, Pam Caponegro, for that information.
I know. I love me a good Bliss Brothers ice cream.
Yep.
Still my favorite kind of ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You can get it at Penguins.
I would rather serve bloodies and mimosas than coffee and tea, and I agree with you on that one. Mm-hmm. Cheers to that. And good morning, RTB. Thanks for joining us. I saw that 25% of us have tried 15 diets or more. I feel like that seems low.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, just this year, I think Mari and I have tried 15 diets. And I don't know if have there been 15 weeks in this year yet?
Well, now I know, and now they're saying like keto and all of those ones aren't good for your body, and now we're full circle again. These are bad. Everything is bad.
Every one of them is bad.
Well, I'm just I'm getting
Portion
increasingly
control.
disgusted with myself, so I need to do something about
Portion
it.
control. That's
I wrote it down.
That's it.
Stop being this slob.
Yeah.
I said it and I wrote it down.
Yeah.
So it's got to happen now.
But it's hard though, because you and the babe are like me and Mari. We're out and about a lot.
Yeah.
And you get to the point where it's dinner time, and it's like, although you have kids here, but
Yeah.
and they can fend for themselves. But you get to the point where it's like, we got to go home and cook. We didn't take anything out of the freezer.
I know.
Oh, and given where we live, which is right around the corner from Mashpee Commons, you say to yourself, well, we'll go over to Mashpee Commons. We'll find somewhere to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
And you do. Mm-hmm. And Tuesday night, you end up spending $125 for supper.
It happens.
Oh, I know.
It's sucked into this life. So I told you how my screen broke on my Peloton.
No.
It made me so sad. It just made me sad. So
now you're not going to use the Peloton anymore?
Oh no, the babe fashioned. I have a Franken bike now. I have a Frankenton is what I have because he called up. He was on customer support, diagnosed it. It's the screen. Well, wouldn't you know, Peloton wants like $450 for the screen. And my husband's like, bleep that. This is what. All of a sudden, I see Amazon, new TV. He's installing a television. So he's downloaded the app of Peloton, which is half the price of the bike every month subscription. Mm-hmm. And now I've got my big screen TV. So I'm like, it's a Franken bike. I basically have to decide what the level of tension on it is.
Right.
And then ride along with my television app. Mm-hmm. Ghetto. That's what I have.
But it works.
My Franken bike. Yeah. So it sort of works.
Okay.
I guess, Hank. It's
Right.
just not the point. It's not the same.
The question is, how many times a week do you use it?
I haven't used it at all.
Oh, okay.
I haven't used it not once.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what was just yelled at us.
I don't know. Did someone say goodbye or what?
I don't know. Well, she gets rides now. She's got friends that drive, so it kind of freaks me out. I'm like, oh, are we not having the bus today? Oh, okay.
Oh, we're being picked up.
She's old. I don't know. I hate it. I feel increasingly
irrelevant.
Yeah, a lot. That's fine. I just dumped myself into work. Good morning, Shandy. Thanks for joining us.
I mean, if I was a friend or if I was a potential boyfriend, I would be very concerned if I came to the door to pick her up and the babe was there.
Well, the babe or the brother. Have you seen him lately? The kid, I don't know what the hell he's eating, but
I know.
all of a sudden he's like this. And I'm like, it's my baby.
Yeah, and here's my brother and here's my dad. Nice guys, both of them. But
I wouldn't mess with them.
no, neither one.
Yeah,
neither one.
And since Cody's doing like physical training, all of a sudden he's just like bulked up and he's got this big man voice. I hate it.
Mm-hmm. His voice has finally changed. It's
yes.
not
Yeah. No, now it's like a man voice and it scares me.
Mm-hmm. Does he have a radio
I'm not
voice
used
yet?
to it. You know, I actually have him doing a little voiceover stuff for me
good.
here and there when I need a voice. I just write it down on a script for them, and the two of them are like,
Oh,
and
my.
then right? I know, but then they're like, they bust it out and move on with their day. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not a normal household around here. Like, can you go read that, please, on the mic? I'm like, and what your intention is this? And they're like, okay. And then they just bust it out. It makes me laugh because it is funny, and they both definitely have summer jobs. They came to us the other day with like, oh, we've got this summer job and this summer job. I was like, your summer job is here at Lemonadio. We got a lot of stuff to do here this summer.
But they get the summer jobs all by themselves?
They want summer jobs with other companies. They're getting summer jobs with mom and dad. We are busy.
Yes, mom and dad are busy. We know that.
And they need to, hey, this is a family-run business. They need to jump in. I got activities for them.
Are you going to pay them?
Yeah.
and pay them well.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to
All
make
right.
way more money with us than they would with other people. I'm telling
okay.
you that.
Oh, all right.
And then we're making contributions also on the back end for them. So
Okay.
they're good. And we're working on an outdoor game right now that I'm really excited for. So if there's an outdoor venue out there that is looking for entertainment, Cliff and I just came up with a really, really fun one that we're going to start piloting at restaurants nearby. So
Oh, that'll be fun.
I know. And we're branching our entertainment. So if you're like a host and you think that you've got what it takes to host a night or something like that, please come into the fold and make some side hustle money with us. I'll definitely be interested in talking to you because we are booking events crazily right now. And as we're coming into the summer, I'm going to need some bodies.
Right.
I cannot continue at the pace that I'm at. I need to hire. I actually bought a book that said it would replace myself. I know just buying the book's not actually going to be the thing that replaces
You know,
myself.
it can't just be your picture in the men's room on the poster.
Right, I got to share with others.
Hey, by the way, do we have to play radio? We've been talking for about
Well,
I don't know, half an hour, 35 minutes.
We should probably do that and let everybody know that we're still
Let people
here.
know we're still here.
Hi, it's us. We're still here. Oh, and we've got crazy crime to get to, and we've got crazy crime that is happening right here in Massachusetts.
All right.
So many activities.
Yes.
Cape Cod's Alternative. We are Lemonadio. It's Hank and Stephanie this morning. Hello, my friend.
Hello, hello.
Are you ready to talk about this crazy crime? Do we start with the guy that was holding people hostage?
Oh, sure, why not?
All right, this is coming up next here on Lemonadio. Hang out with us. It's Hank and Stephanie. So are we going to talk about that right here? Because I feel like we should. I casually saw it on the news yesterday
Yeah.
where this man is he currently in jail?
Oh, I think he'd been arraigned, the pizza shop owner up in, oh God, I forget where, north of Boston maybe, who for 15 years has been essentially holding hostage migrant workers or illegal workers or whatever you want to call them. And when they decide they want to leave, he tells them they can't because he's going to report them and he's making them work 18 hours a day. And then he owns all this rental.
So it's Stash's Pizza. Stavros is the guy's name. Faces
Stash is right.
federal charges accused of abusing his employees. And I don't know whether this is real or not, but I feel like he previously operated pizzerias in Norwood, Norwell, Randolph, Weymouth, and Wareham.
Uh-oh.
So close by, everyone.
Close by. And here's the thing. If all of this was going on for as long as it was going on, how was it that nobody noticed?
14 years with undocumented workers. That's why.
How does that help? I mean, somebody who works for the government or a local police agency or something must have gone into a pizza shop
I know.
and noticed, gee, this doesn't look right.
Yeah, it's just, well, they probably didn't say anything, but he would underpay them, work 6-7 days a week, then deport them or threaten to deport them. I mean,
and then he was a crappy landlord too.
yeah, some people, and he's not even that old. So he's obviously been taught by somebody.
Right.
He's 47 years old. He's not that old to be abusing people for 14 years. That's crazy.
No, it must be in the family.
Well, and then there's another situation, the Malden guy who I've got to pull up this story because it's this crazy crime gets crazier. And I love when Massachusetts makes national news. It makes us so proud. Massachusetts man unknowingly hired an undercover federal agent to kill his wife. How many crime shows do we watch on TV? Where do you just
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
know.
to go to Craigslist and looking for someone
Looking
to
for
kill
someone
my
to
wife.
kill my wife.
That had to have been the easiest pickup for a crime
Yeah.
and criminal situation ever.
How could you be, I don't want to say so unlucky, so stupid that, I mean,
Well, and it's good to know that $10,000 is what he was going to pay to eliminate his problem.
that's all she was worth?
Yeah, right? 10 grand?
Wow. That guy was working cheap.
Well, he's an undercover cop.
I
so he
mean,
had no
my
intention of
wife is
doing it.
priceless, so I don't know.
That's it. So you're close to a big birthday.
Yeah, yes.
Your wife is close to her birthday,
No,
is she not?
She's got a little time yet.
Well, she had made an announcement the other day
Yes.
on Facebook that it was 2 months until her birthday, which made me burst out laughing.
Yes. Wait till it gets closer.
I didn't know it was a big time celebration.
Oh, it's
Hank.
a big time celebration. Oh, yeah.
Is she
Big time
upstaging
celebration.
yours?
President of the United States issues a proclamation, the whole thing.
He issued a veto yesterday. Was that the first time in his presidency?
First time he vetoed it.
and
Vetoed
is,
something.
is today arrest day?
Well, I don't know.
I'm not getting into politics. I'm
I
just
don't
wondering,
think so. I don't think so.
is it going to happen? I
No.
don't know. I'm so
No.
fascinated by what the hell is going on.
No.
It's almost like a soap opera.
Right. I'm going to professorize for a moment.
Okay.
You've got to read the complete articles when you read articles about this Tuesday arrest thing.
Okay.
Because somewhere down in the bottom somewhere, they quote or they have information from the former president's attorneys who say they know nothing about it.
Right.
But the media guys, I mean,
Is it just something to talk about?
we're media people, so now they're saying maybe later in the week, and
I'm one of those people though that is like, oh, what's this? I have to read it. I have to see it. I have to watch what happens, even if it's gross.
Yeah.
I have to do it, and I don't know why. I'm just
yeah, but people
compelled
don't.
to
Problem
know.
is people don't read it all the way through, and that's why we have so many misinformed folks out there who half know a story.
I think that that's everyone now. We all have ADD. We all have the
Oh, yeah.
device, and then we get sidetracked, and then we know as much about what it is because that's as much as we want to know.
Yep.
I'm good.
Yeah. And there's so much information out there to try to keep up with that it's crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know if today's arrest day, but we'll have to see.
Mm-hmm.
Very curious to see what happens there. Also, we're really concerned over here. There might be a potential tequila shortage. So if that is your method of madness, better stock up, everyone. Protect it.
When you say tequila, my stomach goes.
Really?
My drink of choice in college was a tequila sunrise, which is tequila and various citrus juices. And I always wondered the next morning why I was sick
Yeah.
because I was tossing those down
It's
at the
not
bars.
the tequila, Hank. It's the juice.
It's the juice.
Yeah.
I was tossing those down at the bars around Boston University, and then I'd be sick the next day and couldn't figure out why.
why your skull was exploding.
Must have been the tequila.
It wasn't.
Never thought it was the orange juice, the grapefruit juice, it was cranberry juice. And when I think of it now, oh my God, how did I drink one? Never mind how many I would drink.
I bet you Stormy Daniels' searches have gone up. I absolutely guarantee you they have, for sure.
Yeah, you're
just
probably right
curious.
about that, Junior.
What?
I
curious.
wonder if she gets royalties from Pornhub.
Yeah, I don't know
Since
if she
we were
does
talking
or
about
not.
royalties earlier.
I know. Well, you
From
know
the
what? There's a
writers.
documentary on the rise and current status of Pornhub. So I was just like, I started watching it for a couple of minutes, and then I just got grossed out, and I had to shut it off. It's just not interesting to me.
And what's wrong with Pornhub?
But I was curious about it. I think maybe it was just the person that it started with. It was just the business of it all.
Okay.
But I felt compelled to shut it off anytime my kids interrupted, which is like every 7 minutes.
Right.
And I'm like pausing it, and then I felt dirty about it, and then I just shut it off.
Yeah. But but here's the thing.
I'm never alone enough.
I know, but here's the thing. Your kids
was boring,
your
right?
kids are older.
They are.
Okay. They understand. I was helping my 11-year-old granddaughter yesterday with her persuasive writing assignment.
Yeah.
And when she sat down with me and I said, okay, honey, what's the topic? And she said, societal issues. I said, okay, what are we going to talk about? She said, how transgendered people aren't treated appropriately. And
That's
I went,
heavy for an 11-year-old.
And I went, what?
I know, but it is what
Do you
they're-
know what transgendered people are? Oh, yeah, Papa, I know. Honey, how do you... she was like, oh, there are documentaries on YouTube. I know all about
See?
it.
Yep, everything's on YouTube. They live in a totally connected situation.
So then I got a text with her mother, and I said, do you know what she's... And Megan got back to me and said, oh, yeah, she's been talking about it for weeks. I went, 11 years old?
I know.
I didn't know what a trans person was till I was a lot older than that.
But it's the current climate of the conversation. We're talking about this right now. And so they're very connected to issues and social issues and
Yes.
everything that's going on in the world.
Yep.
And you know that you just got to address it and let them have their persuasive essay.
Junior's comment on the Pornhub
Yeah, it was super boring and no one got naked.
I watched it, super boring, and no one got naked.
Right?
Why else would you watch Pornhub except to see someone
No,
get naked?
it was a documentary about the rise and fall or current climate of it.
If there's any way you could get naked, it'd be a documentary, right? Because you had justification. Well, this is a documentary, so therefore we have to show everything.
I know when you look at it like it's clinical, it is very different.
Right.
And it is a very different generation. Good morning, Cam. What fabulous country are you jet setting off to right now? I'm so curious. Are you home? Are you in Europe? Abu Dhabi? Where have you not been in the last 6 months?
Yeah, but you know what? You know what he said? We saw him, I don't know when we saw him. Paris, not worth it.
Well, I agree.
He didn't like Paris. I've never been to Paris, excuse me. Well, I've been to the airport in Paris. I ran through the airport in
that's it.
Paris.
Charles de Gaulle, and they were rude there too.
Yeah.
Rude. Sorry. I want your baguettes, but I will not deal with your rudeness.
We were going to Rome back when I was working for the Italian Renewable Energy Company. And
There's a buzzkill. Sorry, Nat.
I had a chance to take Mari and Megan with me.
Yeah.
On one of my trips over to the corporate headquarters in Rome. So we took Air France to Paris, and then we, went over to Rome. I'll tell you one thing: I fell in love with the Air France stewardesses.
Oh, your wife is watching.
Well, she knows.
Oh, okay.
She knows. They were drop dead gorgeous.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're blonde and big boob nurses. That's right. Now I remember. You and your wife had a pact. I remember this now. Good morning, Gloria and Susan. Thank you very much. As long as Papa wants what he wants, he's going to get it. So I hope you're off somewhere fabulous right now, Cam. You got to be exhausted, though.
But he's young, though.
It doesn't mean you're not exhausted.
Yeah, but he's young. He can do that stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
He goes out and he parties all night, then he sleeps, then they get on a plane and
I know.
Off they go. Do you know that it's never the same crew?
That's got to be interesting to work with people that are completely different every time.
Every time, because I asked him that. Do you ever, is it the same group? And he said, no. It's mixed every time. You're working with people I don't want to say you've never worked with before. You may be working with people you've worked with before, but it's not like if you go to Paris and then you're going to Paris back to Boston, it's not necessarily the same group.
That's got to be safety also, because there's less impropriety. You know what I mean? There's not this coordinate group of people.
Right.
You're always got to be on your best behavior,
Right.
because they're always strangers.
Right.
So it makes sense for my safety. I'm glad that they're all strangers.
Yeah.
Be your best self.
Yeah. When you're flying sometimes and the crew just seems to be off and you're saying to yourself, they're acting like they don't even know each other.
They don't.
They don't.
That's awesome.
They don't.
What else you got going on
Oh, I don't
in
know.
your life?
I don't know. I don't know. Too much is the
I
answer.
know. Mine's a whirlwind, and I have so many. My list of to-dos is definitely stacked up more in my. I'm not crossing as much off of my to-do list as I
No,
would
I'm
like
not
to
either.
right now. I'm
I'm
like
not either.
swirling, kind of stuck. I feel like it's like the spring fog where I have so many things. I'm like, ooh, it's spring. I should be doing this and this and this.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, I'm like, I did none of those things. Maybe tomorrow.
Right.
And it never gets done that day either.
No. I get accused of being a procrastinator, and it's not that I'm a procrastinator. It's just that there's sometimes so many things on the list
Yeah.
that it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't get to that. Well, you're procrastinating. No, I did all of this instead.
Right.
I thought this was a priority. This I didn't think was a priority.
The
Apparently,
lateral moves.
Apparently, I should have thought
My
it was
life
a
is
priority.
a lateral move right now.
Right.
But the steps to get all the steps, it's like prep work. I'll explain it like prep work in a kitchen. Oh, we haven't done our taxes
Haven't
yet.
done our taxes
See?
yet. Yes, exactly.
Well, where was it? I had something about taxes. Basically saying that most people have spent all their tax money already. More than a quarter of people have spent their tax money already. Isn't that cute? I think I got $56 back.
Right.
Yeah, of course I spent it. It was $50.
Right. Oh, nobody gets a lot of money back.
I got nothing
And if you
back.
get it, and if you do get it back, they say to us, we'll keep it and roll it over till next year.
You're like, wait, what?
What?
Just give me my $50 back.
Don't I have a chance to say, hey, but you know what? Probably a better idea. You keep it.
Yeah. Seriously, though, you're not wrong, Junior. You said daylight savings time ruins an entire month.
Oh, I think it does.
I cannot get ahead with all of the, I'm in a fog. And that's basically what it is. I think that I need that hour back. Give it back to me. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah. I guess, though, and I should bring it up. I don't know if you've seen it. This idea to not change the clocks.
Yeah. I thought we already agreed to all of that.
I thought
it was
did,
past, stamped, we're done. We're all going to be like Arizona, but not.
But the results, though, in terms of daylight and darkness, it's going to stay dark till 8 o'clock in the morning or something.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy.
Sunrise is now 6:35. It's not that bad.
No.
I feel it's already, the days are getting longer, so I'm okay with that. I wish the warmth would once again be here, but it's just not. So
No.
we're not quite there yet. Yesterday, we missed it, Hank.
What did we miss?
It's always yesterday. International Day of Happiness. We missed it.
Oh, dang. I wasn't happy yesterday.
And Finland, for the 6th year in a row, is the happiest place on earth.
Not Disneyland?
Finland, not Disneyland. Denmark, Iceland, Israel, Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, Luxembourg, New Zealand, rounding out the top 10 of the happiest places on earth.
Interesting. It's like the Scandinavian countries.
Isn't it cold there?
Yeah, Finland, yeah. It gets wicked cold.
So I don't know whether it's just an overall happiness, but they're giving out, Finland is their board of tourism, 10 tourist visas basically to come and learn how to be happier.
Really?
I'm like, can I go to Be Happy Camp, please?
Sure.
Sign me up for that. There's a lot of bells and whistles. You got to send a video and then you got to post it on social. And obviously they want to increase tourism there to see why they're so happy and wonderful.
And you procrastinate, you wouldn't get it done anyway. So.
Exactly. That's young person stuff. I don't have time for that.
Right.
I don't.
But like New Zealand and Australia, there's something when you think about those countries.
I just think about spiders.
That seem spiders?
Huge spiders.
Where?
New Zealand and Australia.
Oh.
Yes. Spiders, sharks.
You don't feel warm and fuzzy of New Zealand?
I want to go and see it, but also the size of rodents in the videos that I watch on, once again, YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush to get there anytime soon because it looks like they have really scary things that might kill me there.
Yeah.
I think I'll wait.
Well, I think you wait till what?
I don't know. Until I'm older and then it doesn't matter. I feel like if I get to 75 and I'm still kicking, maybe I'll take that Australian vacation. What the hell else do I have to do?
Right, I guess.
I don't know. At what age do you stop caring, Hank? You're not there yet.
I'm not there yet.
I know. That's why I'm saying. At what age do you think that you'll stop caring?
Right. No, I'm not there yet. No.
We'll just leave it at that.
We'll just leave it at that. Yeah. Yeah. We won't talk about that.
See, even Erin said Australia is the land of nope.
Nope.
Yeah, right? No, I'm not interested.
You're not interested?
You have a happy day, Junior. Thanks for hanging out with us. I cry every time I take my credit card for a Disney trip.
Well, that's true. Then it
Seriously.
becomes an unhappy place.
Yeah, Darlene, I miss your face. I hope you're doing very well in North Carolina.
North Carolina. See, that's a place to possibly retire to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I like anything down south enough to want to retire there.
Yeah, but go there on vacation.
Yeah, I'll be in Europe.
Right. Oh, I'd go to Italy.
It's just, I'll be in Europe someplace just because A, it's cheaper, the food is better,
Yep.
and the lifestyle is slower.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And they're actually having a huge problem with Americans buying up European real estate because of that exact fact.
Right.
They're still working in the United States telecommuting, but living in Europe
Right.
on the cheaper spaces. But it's now making problems for the Europeans who are having, I think the average age for them to leave home is 35
Wow.
because they cannot afford to live there because their lifestyle is a slower, lower pace, lower
Right.
wages. And it's just Americans are ruining that for them. There's not enough places for them to get out of the house and
Right.
go live.
Well, the slower
My
pace.
kids live with me till 35.
Yeah. I mean, the slower pace when I would go over to the corporate office over in Italy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be there at 8:30 ready to rock. And 9:30, quarter of 10.
Right? Then they're having lunch breaks that
Lunch
last
break.
an hour and a
breaks.
half. It's
lunch
like a
breaks.
snack.
Lunch breaks. The first time I went over there, they took me out to lunch and they said, "Okay, you want to go to lunch or where do you want to go?" I said, "I have no idea." So we went out to lunch. "Do you mind if we have wine?" I went, "No." I mean, sure. So we had
Hank's
lunch.
drinking a glass of wine. They're having bottles, taking naps after lunch.
Bottles of wine. And then that's over. I said, we're heading back to the office. "No, let's go for coffee." Then we went someplace else for coffee and pastry.
Yep.
2.5 hours. And they work till 7:30 or 8 o'clock at
Yeah,
night.
exactly.
Go home, have the late dinner, go to bed, get up and do it all over again.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting pace of life. And the food is, you're right, so much better.
It really is. It's absolutely stunning.
Because it's fresh.
Exactly.
You know, if you're eating veal, it was prepared that morning.
Poor babies. Good morning, Rachel. Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, if you're eating chicken.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, sorry, Lily.
I just thought it like baby cows, the baby cows. Rachel is going to be doing an event with us coming up at Knockabout on Sunday. We have got our Pink Boots release. So the women are going to be debuting our beer that we made.
Oh, really?
I brewed a beer over at Knockabout.
You did?
I did.
Cool.
And I use that term very loosely. I held the hops and measured them, and I was bad at that also. So I was there with spirits, not in spirit, with spirits.
Okay. And you poured the stuff in?
That's it. I did. We brewed this beer, so it's finally ready. It's matured enough for us to have.
And it's called what?
Well, I don't remember the name of it. We did name it something clever. And I forget. Well, we were going back. We sat there for probably half an hour trying to decide on a name. But it's mango and it's a pale ale. So I'm really excited to see what it's going to. I had the halfway through taste. And it tastes pretty good. Rachel is going to be there getting our hands in the dirt. She's doing a make and take from Attican Acres, which is about to open. I'm very excited for you. Great nursery that is right by Town Hall here in Mashpee.
Yep.
And her family has been running that for a really long time.
they've been
Rachel
there
does
forever.
such a fabulous job. Everything she does boxes for all kinds of businesses and places. So if you need something done, maybe a landscaping situation, definitely reach out to Attican Acres and do so now because they start planning and planting for you early. And when its season's over, that's it.
Yep.
Such a short season. It makes
is.
me like hurry up and then it's over.
It is. By the way, we told the people on the radio we'd be back with Crazy Crime.
All right, so we're going to go do that. We're going to say goodbye to you here because I cannot focus. ADD, find us on the radio.
All right.
Lemonadio.com. You can find us on Roku, Alexa, play Lemonadio Radio, or download the app in the App Store. Thank you once again to We Can, to Cape and Islands Kia, to MBR Landscaping, some of our fabulous sponsors. Also, Cape and Plymouth Business, 40 under 40. There's still a couple of sponsorships left. So if you've been an alum over the years and you want to get involved, Cape Plymouth Business, Lemonadio was just recognized as one of their top businesses to watch for 2023. So
Wicked cool.
thank you very much for all of your votes. And we really, really, truly appreciate your support here on Lemonadio. So we'll talk to you on the radio. Hank and I are out. Bye.
Bye, folks.
We gotta go to work.
We gotta go to work. We gotta play radio.